Keeping up with AI in the business world, it feels like trying to drink from a fire hose sometimes, doesn't it?
It really does. Just constant updates, new applications. It's a lot.
Exactly. So think of this deep dive as your shortcut, your personal filter, maybe.
Good way to put it.
Today, we're looking at something really practical.
Ah.
How big companies are actually using AI right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not just talking about it, but changing how they operate.
Mm-hmm. And creating real value. We're basing this on some solid groundwork. OpenAI's report on 7 companies, AI in the enterprise.
Right. Names like Morgan Stanley, Indeed, Klarna, Lowe's, BBVA, Mercado Libre, too. These are serious players.
They are. So this isn't theory. It's grounded in what's actually happening on the front lines.
Our goal here isn't to drown you in jargon. It's to pull out the key lessons. The surprising bits, the aha moments these companies had.
Basically a clear picture of what's working without you needing to read stacks of reports.
Yeah, what can you actually learn from them? That's our mission today. Unpack the core strategies these frontier companies use to make AI work.
Let's get started.
Okay, lesson number 1. Start with evils. Now, evils, it sounds a bit like grading homework.
Kinda. But it's more strategic. Think of it as a really rigorous, systematic check.
Okay.
You're evaluating how well an AI model actually performs for a specific business task you have in mind before you roll it out big time.
Right, okay. And Morgan Stanley is a great example here because, their business is all about relationship.
Exactly. That was the big question. How can AI possibly add value in a business built on trust and personal connections?
So what did they evaluate first?
They were smart. They focused on empowering their financial advisors, tested things like language translation. Was it accurate enough for professional use?
Makes sense.
Summarization, too. Could it take complex docs and make them accurate, relevant, coherent summaries?
Crucial for advisors.
And critically, they compared the AI's output against their own top human experts. That was the benchmark.
That's clever, setting the bar high. And the results?
Pretty stunning, actually. They found 98% of their advisors started using the OpenAI tools daily.
98%. Wow.
Yeah, and get this. Access to documents advisors needed jumped from about 20% to 80%.
That's huge.
And they found info much faster, which meant more time for clients.
Back to the relationship core.
Precisely. Caitlin Elliott, who heads up Gen AI there, mentioned follow-ups that used to take days now happen in hours.
So evils are really about validation then, making sure the output is accurate, compliant, safe, trustworthy, basically.
That nails it. Does it actually deliver real, reliable value for that specific task?
Got it. Okay, let's move to the second lesson. Embed AI into your products.
Right. So this is moving beyond internal efficiency gains and using AI to directly improve the customer experience.
Making it feel more human, more relevant.
Exactly. More personalized. And indeed, the job site is a prime case study here.
How so? What do they do?
They integrated AI, specifically GPT-4o Mini, into their job matching.
Right.
But not just matching jobs. They focused on explaining why a specific job is a good fit for a particular job seeker. The context.
The power of why, as they put it.
Yes. Using AI to generate those personalized explanations in emails and messages, their Invite to Apply feature now tells you why your background matches the role.
That's much more compelling than just a generic recommendation.
Absolutely. And the numbers back it up. Testing showed a 20% increase in people actually starting job applications.
20%.
And even better, a 13% lift in downstream success, meaning more people actually got hired from those AI-enhanced invites.
That's real impact, especially at their scale. Millions of messages, hundreds of millions of visitors.
Huge impact. And interestingly, they also worked with OpenAI to fine-tune a smaller model.
Why smaller?
Efficiency. It achieved similar results, but used 60% fewer tokens. Think of tokens like processing power, less usage, same outcome. Very efficient.
Smart scaling. And their CEO, Chris Hyams, sees this as a driver for future growth, right?
Definitely. He mentioned investing more in this AI infrastructure. It's clearly core to their strategy now.
Okay, lesson 3 emphasizes the long game. Start now and invest early.
Yeah, this one's about compound interest almost. The benefits of AI grow as you iterate and learn over time.
And Klarna, the shopping platform, really shows this with their customer service AI. The results seem incredibly fast.
They are quite remarkable. Within a short time, their AI assistant was handling 2/3 of all customer service chats.
2/3.
That's the workload of hundreds of human agents, and resolution times dropped from like 11 minutes down to just 2 minutes on average.
Wow. And they're expecting a big profit bump from this.
Around $40 million projected improvement, and crucially, customer satisfaction stayed level.
That's key. But it wasn't just flicking a switch, was it?
Not at all. The report stresses this came from continuous testing, refining, learning from real interactions. That iterative process is vital.
So starting early gave them time to do that iteration.
Exactly. And it spread. Now, something like 90% of Klarna's employees use AI daily.
90%. So it's not just customer service.
No, it's accelerating internal projects, refining the overall customer experience. It's become embedded.
Their CEO, Sebastian Siemiatkowski, talked about better customer experiences, more interesting work for employees, and better returns for investors. A win-win-win.
A really holistic view of the benefits when you invest early and iterate.
Which leads nicely into lesson 4.
Yeah.
Customize and fine-tune your models.
Right. Because off-the-shelf models are great, but sometimes you need that perfect fit. Tailoring the AI to your specific data and needs.
Like getting a suit tailored versus buying off the rack.
Exactly that analogy. And Lowe's, the home improvement retailer, used this for their e-commerce search.
Their product catalog must be massive and complex.
Huge. Inconsistent data from suppliers, incomplete info. Plus, understanding how shoppers actually search for things, which isn't always straightforward.
So fine-tuning helped them cut through that complexity.
Significantly. By training OpenAI models on their own rich product data, they improved product tagging accuracy by 20%.
That's a solid improvement.
And error detection in product info improved by 60%. 60%.
Wow. That makes a real difference to the online shopping experience. Nishant Gupta at Lowe's was quoted as being palpably excited by the results.
You can see why. Fine-tuning lets the AI learn your specific jargon, your data nuances, maintain your brand voice.
Right.
It leads to more accurate, faster outcomes. For Lowe's, better search means happier customers and likely more sales.
Makes total sense. Okay, Lesson 5 brings the focus back to people. Get AI in the hands of experts.
Yes. The idea here is that the folks closest to the actual work, the domain experts, are often the best people to figure out how AI can help.
Instead of a top-down mandate from IT.
Exactly. Empower the people who understand the pain points. BBVA, the global bank, really leaned into this.
They have a huge workforce, over 125,000 people. How did they manage that?
Carefully. They rolled out ChatGPT Enterprise globally, but importantly, they involved legal, compliance, and IT security right from the start, setting guardrails.
Smart move. Responsible rollout.
And they made it accessible. Elena Alfaro, their head of global AI adoption, talked about how easy it was for employees to create custom GPTs for their own needs, even without being super technical.
So democratizing AI creation internally.
Pretty much. And the result? In just 5 months, employees created over 2,900 custom GPTs.
2,900. That's an explosion of innovation.
It really is. And these aren't just toys. They're cutting project timelines from weeks to hours in some cases.
Can you give some examples?
Sure. Credit risk teams using AI for faster, more accurate creditworthiness checks. Legal using it to answer thousands of policy questions. Customer service automating sentiment analysis.
So real business problems being solved across different departments.
Yeah. Marketing, risk management, operations. It's spreading. Elena Alfaro put it nicely. It's an investment in their people, amplifying their potential, making them more efficient and creative.
That's a powerful way to frame it. Okay, lesson 6. Unblock your developers, addressing that common bottleneck.
Right. Developer time is precious and often a limiting factor for how fast AI can be deployed.
So how do you unblock them?
Mercado Libre, the big Latin American e-commerce player, built their own internal platform called Verdi, partnering with OpenAI.
Verdi. Okay. What does it do?
It's built for their 17,000 developers using GPT-4o and 4o Mini. It essentially streamlines building AI apps. It uses natural language as the main interface, so developers can build faster without getting bogged down in all the underlying code complexity. Security, guardrails, routing, it's all built in.
Sounds like it lowers the barrier to entry for building AI apps internally.
Significantly. And it's accelerated their AI development, leading to improvements across the board.
Like what kind of improvements?
Things like using Vision AI to tag inventory way faster, cataloging 100 times more products.
100 times?
Improving fraud detection accuracy by nearly 99%, creating better product description translations, automating review summaries to boost orders, personalizing notifications.
That's a massive range of applications, all enabled by making it easier for developers.
And they're not stopping. They plan to use Verdi to improve logistics, reduce late deliveries. Sebastian Barrios, their tech SVP, said the goal was to lower cognitive load and enable innovation everywhere.
Very strategic. Okay, final lesson, number 7. Set bold automation goals.
This is about ambition. Don't just accept inefficient processes. Aim high with automation.
And OpenAI used themselves as an example here, right? Automating their own support workflows.
They did. They built an internal platform that sits on top of their existing systems.
Which does it automate?
A lot of the routine stuff. Their first big use case was crafting customer responses and triggering actions in Gmail, pulling info from customer data and knowledge bases automatically.
Taking the rote work out.
Exactly. Making the support teams more efficient, more responsive, handling hundreds of thousands of tasks automatically each month.
Freeing up people for the harder, high-impact problems.
Precisely. And that success is now spreading to other departments within OpenAI. It proves the value of setting bold goals instead of just tinkering around the edges.
And they mentioned Operator, their more advanced agent idea.
Yeah, that's looking ahead. AI agents that can navigate the web, use tools, automate workflows without needing custom integrations. Think automating software testing, updating records automatically. Big potential there.
Okay, so wrapping up these 7 lessons, what's the common thread?
I think it really boils down to a mindset. Be open, experiment, but do it rigorously, evaluate constantly, and always keep safety and responsibility front and center.
And start smart, right? Find those high-return, lower-effort use cases first. Learn, iterate, then scale up.
Absolutely. And the results we're seeing are measurable. Faster processes, better accuracy, really personalized customer experiences, and honestly, more interesting work for employees.
We're definitely seeing companies move towards more complex AI workflows, too, using tools and agents.
That trend is clear, and OpenAI plans to keep sharing what they learn.
It's also worth quickly mentioning their focus on being a trusted AI enterprise platform. Security, privacy, compliance, that's crucial for businesses.
Super important. Things like data ownership, SOC2 compliance, access controls, flexible data retention. These are table stakes for enterprises.
Definitely. And there are more resources if people want to dig deeper. OpenAI for business, their customer stories, info on ChatGPT Enterprise, safety, the API. Lots out there.
All contributing to their mission of ensuring AGI benefits everyone.
So bringing it all home, the core message seems clear. AI in the enterprise isn't magic, it's strategic adoption, clear goals, evaluation, empowering people, and iterating.
Well said. And maybe that leads to a final thought for you listening right now.
Yeah.
Thinking about these examples, Morgan Stanley, Indeed, Lowe's, all of them, where in your world, your job, your industry, where could you apply this kind of focused experimental AI approach?
Not necessarily the biggest, flashiest thing.
Maybe not. What are 1 or 2 areas where even a well-evaluated, maybe smaller AI initiative could unlock some surprising efficiency or create some new value you hadn't considered? Something to mull over.
It's definitely food for thought.
Yeah.
And exploring those resources we mentioned might be a good next step for anyone wanting to continue the journey.
For sure.
Well, thanks for diving deep with us today on this. It's a fascinating space.
Absolutely. Thanks for the conversation.